Welcome to In the Room, where we explore the elusive world of casting for film, TV, and commercials. Join us as we interview directors, writers, producers, and actors, taking a deep dive into their experiences with casting and how the ultimate decisions are made in bringing a story to the screen. Get an inside look at casting and find out what really goes on in the room.
Get ready to mess
She sees problems, and I see potential.
with the worst houses in Texas. Rebecca and Kristy are two badass moms.
This is not what I expected.
Together, they take these rusted and dusted gems,
I hope all of these details resonate with the buyers.
polishing them into high-dollar homes.
Wow.
I love this.
The Mother Flip. New series premieres Saturday, August 16th at 12. Part of Homemade Nation on A&E.
So today, I have Kristy Etheredge. Kristy Etheredge lives in the Texas Hill Country with her husband and two kids, and she's no stranger to big projects. With more than 25 years of experience in marketing, sales, event design, and management, she's produced large-scale events for brands like the PGA Tour, NHL, NFL, and South by Southwest. Now, Kristy has taken her skills into the world of home renovation and flipping. Where she lives, she thrives on juggling budgets, salvaging materials, and designing bold spaces. On the Mother Flip, she brings her creativity and precision to every project, transforming homes with heart and hustle. And Rebecca Franchione has lived her life of reinvention after 25 years of moving around the country as a wife of a college football coach. She is now newly divorced, a mom of 3 teenagers, and a force in the flipping world. Rebecca brings grit and determination into her work, flipping 18 homes in the past 12 months. Woo! Alone. She's also passionate about giving back, having launched a nonprofit food programs, and is the author of Tough Times Never Last, the Coach Fran story. On the Mother Flip, Rebecca's fearless approach to deals and design shows her drive to start over, build big wins, and take risks that pay off.
Yes.
Good?
Yeah.
Is that all accurate?
That's on fire.
Okay. So what the hell, guys? I've known you for probably plus 20 years.
It's been a while.
It's been a while.
I don't know if
right?
it's been
no,
20.
plus 10. Sorry, plus 10.
Plus 10, for sure.
I mean, I started seeing your kids
Gunnar,
audition.
so you booked Wyatt on a Disney shoot when he was 6, and
Okay.
Wyatt's 21. So we've known each other 15 years.
15 years. So not,
15 years.
And we probably in Austin bumped into each other, just
For sure.
saw each other, but didn't know. And that's 20. So we'll
Yes,
call
okay.
it 15. And so I have never known to pursue a life of home renovation shows. I've always known you as sort of, I wouldn't, not in a bad way, but a stage mom, right? Like you weren't necessarily pursuing.
I don't know if I'd call myself a stage mom.
Not a stage mom, but you were always coming in with the kids. You jumped in front of the
auditioning,
camera.
yes.
Yeah, you weren't like Cruella DeVille and like crazy or anything like that, like a pageant mom.
No.
But you were always there, and then I met you through her.
Right.
I didn't know you because you're not famous.
Well, no
or
one
on,
knew me.
Yeah,
I mean, I'm from Jordanton, like the smallest little podunk town in the world.
So again, my first question: what the hell? How did this happen?
So fate.
It is truly fate.
It's fate. So I moved to Wimberley in July of 2020, went home. My dad fell, renovated his house, and saw the spark that it created in my dad's eyes to be able to stay in my childhood home because he fell. We had to add a bathroom downstairs. And I thought, I may want to do this. This is nice to bring joy in someone's home to them, correct? So I met Kristy then. I flew home, I took care of my dad for 3 or 4 months, renovated his house. And Kristy was walking up the hill. I live across the street from her.
Yeah, you guys are neighbors. You guys
Yeah.
you go on your mom walks every day.
Yeah.
Yeah, but she was always, get this, she was a fast little rascal. She was always going up and down the street. And I'm like, wait, I live in an older neighborhood, right? There's no one young.
Yeah.
And so the fact that there was a new mom that potentially I could interact with, I was just like, okay, maybe I'll just walk by and say
You're
hi.
like, slow down, Mall
But-
Walker.
Yeah, but because
This is the country. What are you doing, big city girl?
she was going to Arkansas, taking care of her dad and flipping his, bathroom. And so it really wasn't until one night I was walking with my dog, and then she just grabbed me and said, "Hey, can you take a picture of my daughter?" And we did. And I was like, hey, do you ever just want to hang out? Like, there's no one else in this neighborhood. And I just kind of walk around, and I have keys to every neighbor's house right now because we check on their homes. Like, everyone's very close in our neighborhood.
Yeah, Wimberley's for people who don't know, it's a smaller town.
Yeah.
Like a Hallmark town.
Yeah.
It is. And then plus, again,
With a little bit of hippie.
Yeah.
yes, there's a nice art flair.
Yes.
Yes.
Art
Right?
flair is how it's okay. Cool.
But I saw her, and we instantly connected, and I connected with her beautiful daughter Isabella. But even then, it wasn't until probably 3 weeks later that you had a moment to where we got to go on our first walk, and
The rest is history. So we flipped a house that had 18 cats
Hold
in
on.
it.
You guys go on a walk and then you flip a house?
Well, okay,
Yes.
How did you decide to get a house?
like here, let's just back up a little bit. All right. So I think it's a gift to be able to choose your neighbor. And my neighbor, Jack and Judy, oh my gosh, they are the sweetest couple. But they
Shout out Jack and Judy.
Yeah.
Yes.
But bless her heart, she's like, Kristy, I don't know what we're gonna do. She's like, they really are hoarders, and they had 18 cats.
After seeing this first episode, that seems to be your guys' specialty.
Yes. But she wanted to be able to move in the nursing home, but she also wanted to be able to get cash for her home and was overwhelmed by it. And I think it's the most incredible home. Of course, it's right next to me.
Right.
So if I could
On Cypress
choose,
Creek, it has good bones.
yes, such good bones. So if I could choose anyone, I was like, I'm going to find you a buyer, and you won't have to give a percentage to them, and stuff. So then when I was walking with Rebecca, and she's like, wait, you have the keys to this house? And I was like, yes. And we went in, and remember the first day when we went in, you were like, Kristy, this is insane.
It smelled so bad. It just was awful. 18 cats. And it was like a litter box, like a cat hotel.
She didn't have litter boxes in there, but she had little cat pee pads that
Everywhere.
the cats never utilized. And yeah, so I just took her through, right?
It was amazing. Not really. It was awful. But we saw vision that day. And so Roy, who's our investor on the show, he was coming to my kids' games, and he said, and I said, why don't you just buy a house over here? And so he said, if you girls get me this house for under $400, I will excavate your backyard, build you a soccer field. So the first deal was actually not a flip. It was remodel this house for him. And that ended up being our office for a little bit.
And here's what's so great. I talked to Jack and Judy, and they said, are you really serious? So we brokered the deal on
a napkin with a Sharpie.
We have that napkin today. And
frame that napkin.
Yes.
We should frame it.
And they were...
Before someone uses it to blow their nose.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, look, John, they were so grateful. They got a very good offer, all cash. They could just leave everything. And then we had the opportunity to create. I was creatively, I was going bonkers. I had on the flip side.
Yeah, you had this great career,
right?
And then now you're just sitting.
And I'm just sitting there, and also it was just an opportunity to try something new.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, I will tell you, right, I would have never had the opportunity or have been able to do this had I not had someone like her.
You're getting emotional?
Yes.
Oh, that's so
That-
sweet.
I mean, it is a dream. I feel like I'm living a dream.
Well, I mean, this is crazy because
It
you
is
guys,
crazy.
And
from that birth of that to where we're at now,
Right.
And to just think you guys had the chutzpah,
Yes.
Yeah.
Good word.
to
That's a
do
very good
it.
word.
but
yeah.
just that faith, right? That, because of course, I grew up in Jordanton. It's just the smallest little town. And, we did theater, and I just loved it. And we, our claim to fame in there is that one year we did state theater, and that was just like the best year of my life, right? But being so from a small town, and being the first and only one that had gone to college, my parents are like, Kristy, you can't mess around and, go pursue theater or acting or anything. You've got to get a real...
Why would they say that? It's such an easy career.
Get a real job. And so I had left all this behind, right? I would never have even considered or thought of it. And to have someone like Rebecca come into your life and say, you know what? We're having so much fun together. Why don't we just start filming? And I was just like, wait, what? And I agreed, but I remember just feeling like okay, wow, there's just someone who sees me. And had
Very
she
touching.
not,
That's so touching, Kristy. Thank
but
you.
it's
So
it's
kind
the
words.
truth, had you
Very
not
sweet.
seen me and given me that opportunity to just be 100% myself and feel so comfortable with you,
Oh.
I wouldn't be here. And we connect in that way. And so that's our story, and just the rest is just history. You just keep going and going and going. And
So Rebecca's a little bit of a dream maker.
yes, starter,
I mean,
maker.
but what made you think, like, you know what? I mean, how did you, like, I'll film this and I can design houses and we can flip? I mean,
So my dad's house inspired me. We came back. We did that one. Roy said, "You girls did such a great job. You were so resourceful. I will invest in you guys." He's owned a construction company for 40 plus years. So we did a cabin in the woods, and then we built.
it sounds a little like a horror movie, but go ahead.
It was, and we found
complete
some,
with rattlesnakes
Oh
yes,
my
there was
God.
all, yeah,
and a
there was-
bomb.
There was a
You
bomb.
guys can pick them, man.
There was a bomb.
Like-
We've actually found 2 bombs. 2 bombs.
Seriously,
Like
and
legit
I wanted
bomb.
to call the FBI.
Yeah.
We have photos of all this stuff, and Rory's like, we don't need to call the
Are
FBI.
you guys in like suits, like the SWAT team comes?
Well, that's
I mean,
Detonate. I can see you guys detonating.
I know. Well, I was like, get that tractor away from
Yeah.
it,
it's crazy. So then I have, the boys did their little Microsoft, Gunner and his best friend in 2018.
Well, no, I mean, they don't know.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So in 2018, my son and his best friend did a Microsoft Christmas commercial, 2019 Microsoft Super Bowl commercial, and mutual friends of my now ex-husband and I's live in San Antonio, and their best friend has created a bunch of shows in television, Pawn Stars being one of them, Brent Montgomery. And we connected with him.
Sorry.
Maybe the boys were going to get a show. And so his vice president was Joe Weinstock. So then COVID happened, kind of shut down the, whole boys getting their own TV show. And Joe and I just stayed in touch. And so Kristy and I were 3 years ago, last week, at a spa getting red light therapy.
In our robes.
In our robes. And I said, you know what? I'm going to reach out to Joe Weinstock and let him know that the boys, we moved. The boys are still good friends. So I reached out to Joe, sent an email and said, my best friend and I are flipping houses in the hill country. And he literally wrote back. And that was a PS. And I don't do PSs. I haven't written PS. Like PS, I love you.
No, I know, but no one does PSs anymore.
Exactly. But I did well, I hadn't. But in my mind, I was like, ooh, I could do kind of like a little PS. I didn't say PS. And he wrote back, that could be a show. And here we are 3 years later with a TV show. So he believed in us instantaneously.
He believed in us, and we kept sending him footage, right?
We got attacked by vultures.
It's horrible. Like, we're not great at filming ourselves.
Well, it sounds like you guys don't have the best of luck either with actual houses and vultures and bombs.
Oh,
and
all these
hoarders.
houses have. Look, let me tell you, the chaos finds us. Okay,
Okay.
It just does.
Okay. I mean, I know. I saw. It's like,
Yeah, see, he was at our premiere.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
He came to
Yeah.
our premiere party.
The vultures. I mean, the hill country is like the wild, wild west.
yeah.
It is. But the hill country, I feel like, is also the heartbeat of Texas. It's like the best place. So to be able to showcase that and show everyone across the country how special it is where we live, I mean, this place is amazing.
I guess, and also lots of opportunity.
For sure. Oh, yes.
Sorry.
There's so much
I
opportunity.
have 4 houses under contract. I just did 7 houses in 4 months.
So you guys basically come from no construction, no real estate, and so you've taught yourself. Like,
We're
what all of you
self-taught
guys?
everything.
What all of you guys feel like the skills you've been able to pick up?
Okay, get this. So one thing Roy was adamant about is, of course, we flipped the homes. And he said, ladies, I want you to learn from the ground up. And I had been just begging to buy a river property. And I mean, Rebecca knows how much water, that element, I'm just drawn to it. I just feel such a connection to it. And a listing came up. And I'm just like, how about we flip that house, right? Well, come to find out, it needed to be demoed. I mean, we tried every which way to find a solution to save it, but we ended up demoing it. And then we built 2 brand new homes on that lot. And that was incredible.
It was. And we sold one for $850, one for $1.4 million. And huge profit margins.
Yeah.
But we learned how people try to take advantage of people that don't know any better, right? We got bids for like foundation anywhere from $22,000 to $43,000. We went through the permit process, but we built the first house in 9.5 weeks, the second one in 16 weeks. And it would have taken most people. And so that shows our hustle and our determination, I feel like.
Also, it's typically construction is a male.
Oh, it's completely male dominated.
Yeah.
Sure.
That didn't scare us because, this is what I love. I love the fact that we know every aspect of it. And I feel like, seriously, we could do the Mother Flip University regarding permitting
Mother
and
Flip you.
inspections.
It could be Mother Flip you.
Yeah,
Mother Flip you.
Right, because
Mother Flip you.
You guys might want to lock that down real quick before this airs.
Okay.
Extensive knowledge, right? And it's also, people can be so intimidated, and we get it, but we have steps where we're able to break it down. I mean, we did it. Roy was hands off, like he was there to support us, right? And what we wanted to do, but we were managing all the contractors. We were managing the timeline, the inspections, the permits, the budget. And so
Imagine if Roy had a blast watching you guys.
Oh,
he's like, oh
my gosh.
He's like, let's see how this.
Yeah.
Well, at times we would drive him bonkers. And then, we have some contractors and they're like, I'm like, here's your timeline, right? Rebecca does the design. I do the budgets, timeline, operations, right? So I'm having my plumber come in, my electrician, and then they're like having a fight over, they don't want to be there at the same time. And
that was something strange.
It's kind of like
the electrician doesn't want to
kids.
be there at the same time as the plumber, even if they're in different parts of the house.
The trades like their own time at the house.
And their own little, they want to mark their territory.
So we're trying to honor that, right? You're trying
But
to.
why?
Oh, it's just, it's
really bizarre.
A lot of trades, I mean, like particularly plumbers and electricians, we've had just kind of high maintenance. And obviously those are
For a bunch
bit,
of tough guys, that's what I've heard. Like they're very dramatic and there's a lot of high
Oh, yes. You know who I'm thinking of.
Yeah, one just texts me the other, and he gets mad if there's anyone there. And obviously, it's different when we're there, right? But with the show, that's not an option. Everyone's just hustling, and you got to get it done.
So I just flipped a house in Dripping Springs. We sold it in a week for $1.1 million. I paid $610 for it. We put $110 in it. Sold it for $1.1 in a week. Multiple offers. I was there one day. She came in and helped me at the end. I called her my closer, and I just was one day there counting. I had 65 men working for me. And I was like, this is amazing. Like, because this is such a male-dominated world. And then, I'm such a nice, they're like, we really love working for you. Because I just let everyone do their thing. I don't micromanage. This is what needs to be done. Get it done this week. Let me know what materials you need, so forth. And so I was sitting there, and my son works for me, my oldest son and his friends. And they were doing landscaping. I mean, I had all these different crews going because it's the final week. And I thought to myself, kind of like you said, you guys have no background in this. I thought, oh my gosh, like 3 years ago, who would have thought, A, I'd have a TV show on A&E, B, I'd have 65 men working for me on a house that I'm flipping in 6 weeks. I think it would take the average person 12 weeks to do a house that size, but I did it in 6. But I just had this, we've learned this system.
It's kind of like because you didn't learn from anybody, you probably didn't learn a lot of bad, ways to do it because that's the way it's done. You probably look at it as an intelligent way to be like, well, it doesn't make sense to do it that way. You guys both show up. I don't care.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, that's how I was not playing that game on this house. I was like, everyone's going to be here at once. You're going to be on this part. You're going to be in this part of the house. You're going to be in this part, and we're getting it done.
Yeah.
And here's what's different about us as well is that when she's there, when I'm there, we are in it. We are drenched in sweat. I remember one of the landscaping
I saw
guys,
the thing where you were putting in the cement.
Yeah, that was a fun one.
Yes.
I'm just talking where, just those last couple of days, right? We all day long, and the landscaper just said, because she had a vision with the rocks, right? And so, and the guys weren't getting it. So we, she would just be like, pull from this pile, and she would start the vision, and then I would finish it, and then she would go work on something else. And it's just, it was an amazing collaboration.
She and I probably did $10,000 to $20,000 worth of rock work in 4 days.
I lost 6 pounds quickly.
I lost
doing
8.
that.
I did.
Like, that's a workout.
it was a great workout.
And then I started carrying rocks above my head.
We got the Mother Flip you. We got the Mother Flip workout.
We do.
Mm-hmm.
We do
God.
the Mother Flip workout.
Seriously, yes.
Yes.
And my husband.
P90 Mother Flip.
before Wade. Wade's like, my husband's very, very, very thrifty. And he's always saying, babe, you don't need to go to a gym. Like he has these little gyms and things like, or he has this like pullover underneath our oak tree and he does push-ups on the failing retaining wall that I need to replace. And it's true though. I mean, if you just get out there and be active, right? You don't have to go to the gym.
Yeah, for sure.
I just wanted it done and to save money at the end. So I had her come along and we got our workout in.
It was the best.
It was amazing.
So how was the process, like the journey of like once the show started, like you realize you're going to get a show and like I don't know how one gets a reality show. I mean, you guys obviously didn't know either. So
no, I think
what did you guys learn? Because this is a whole other aspect, right? There's the TV side and then there's the real estate side. And it's like those crossing at the same time of you guys trying to figure all this out.
Yeah, Joe was incredible. We had to start sending him videos and photos, and then we put together a sizzle reel, and it was ridiculous footage. We got attacked by vultures and we had a blast. We had so much fun.
It's so good.
And so Joe,
Can't stage vultures either. That just has to
Oh no, Kristy's so funny. She's like, oh, and we're gonna go, and there's a little sweet cave over here, and vultures came out and attacked us.
I mean, and
then I dropped my phone, and
we're
cursing.
We are cursing,
And all I can think about is the vulture's gonna grab my phone. You see in the movies, the vulture grabs the phone and like flies away with the phone. That's all I could think about.
She's like, get my phone. Get my phone. They live there. They're coming back.
Yeah.
And they're still
it scared
there.
the shit. It scared the
There's four of them.
Yeah.
Give them a call.
Yeah. Oh no, they're coming back. So, and it's funny when we were filming over there one day, we could see the vultures. It's like it all circled back to the vultures. So we had a sizzle reel, and then Joe started shopping us around. He's had a lot of success. We met with the network. They put us on hold. And he said, I've had a lot of luck with A&E. I have Bar Rescue on A&E. He's an EP of Duck Dynasty, and he has a great relationship. And so we met with them. We had some other networks interested as well. But the first day we met with Terry Kennedy and Jordan Hartman is like, these are our people. It felt like home.
It felt like home. I mean, they embraced our personalities, right? I'm a country girl. I grew up in the smallest town. And so, I was talking about, growing up on a ranch and, like even at Thanksgiving, we would, they would castrate the cows and we'd eat cow balls. Like that's just a normal.
What's it called? Denver. What's it called?
Colorado Rocky Mountain Noise.
Yes.
Yeah.
And they were like, really? And I said, yeah, my family. I mean,
I've never heard of such a thing, and I'm from Arkansas.
And that's something that we would eat on Thanksgiving as well as a turkey. I mean, they embrace that rawness of us, which I really appreciate.
And I appreciate too the fact, so many things, but especially the fact that we weren't experts. We F up. And we're not in this perfect little box. As you saw the first episode,
Yep.
I mean, I cursed. My mom was not happy. They were bleeping me out at the beginning in this hoarder house. And
which I always say when you do, I say, young lady.
I think I dropped an F-bomb to you on the phone the other day, and you're like, I've never heard you cuss. I'm like, wait till the show. Wait till the show. I cussed on the show because it's hot, and it's hot as balls on this show. I kept saying hot as balls the whole time. But,
locker room talk.
It is locker room. I'm yes. The college football's ingrained in me forever, I feel like. But I just think, and then A&E too, they said every single house has to be completely different. And I appreciate that because a lot of these shows you watch and it's the same recipe every single week. And so I applaud A&E for letting us be us, show our sense of inappropriateness, our sense of humor, our F-ups. And then also every single house is completely different every week. We have a desert theme house from when my son played baseball in Palm Springs, and we have the lake house, the Lusty Lake House, because of what we found.
I mean, that's part of our connection is we love each other. We have such a good friendship, right? And so we are going towards that same goal, and we just want people to feel that. I mean, that's how we work so well together. And here's what's fate too, I think. And I don't even think I know A&E doesn't know this, and I need to send them an example. But on the flip side, in 2015, they hired my company to do a marketing event for South by Southwest, which they were featured as the experiential interactive event of the year.
Right.
Got the magazine. And they shipped me the live set. So we had the bed, the side table, all that stuff from the Bates Hotel. And we did a green screen and thousands of people. And that was my experience, right, that I created for them.
Yeah.
And so that, and then we did also the Swamp People tour, which they had barbecue truck, and they built out a mechanical alligator for our team, and we put on that experience. So how crazy is that in 2015 and in 2016, I was hired by their marketing firm, and I've repped, A&E, and then here I am, I'm one of their talents. And they still don't know that.
It's
just
all freaking crazy, guys.
It is.
Like, I know you guys.
I know.
Like, it's all freaking crazy.
He said that to me on the phone this morning. He goes, Rebecca, this is crazy.
I really want to send him a flip book and say, we were just meant to be. We want season 2. Like,
we do.
Come on.
Yeah, I mean, the show's amazing. So you have the pressure of just, I mean, anyone that gets into real estate and flips a house, there's a lot of pressure. Now you add on a show, right? So how did that change the dynamic in the element? Like, there's kind of a performance aspect to there's a camera now, right? And so it's like, oh, not only do I have to have the house ready and not lose all the money and sell it and all this other stuff, and I have to make it, now I got these people too.
I think for us, we just kind of got in the mode of 10 houses in 5 months is a lot. We had to do 5. Most of the 5 months, we were doing 5 at a time. And you're just, you can't think about the cameras because you're worried about the houses. You're worried about your deadline.
Right.
And so the cameras to me, now for me, the cameras, I didn't care the cameras were there. That didn't add anything else to my plate. I just was focused on, we got to get the materials. We got this deadline. We got to get these houses done. And then you have the drive time for some of these houses. Because 2 of our houses were in Burnett, which is an hour and 45 from our house.
No, I talked to you guys. You're always doing a million different things.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I mean, that's the cool thing about the show is that I know you guys, and then I watch the show, and I'm like, this is those guys. Like, it's just, it's still you guys and the humor and the relationship. Like, I don't see a difference between this and when I watch the show, which is pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That's
pretty awesome.
Well, this is us. And so it's true reality.
Yeah.
It's true reality.
Just think about, I had just done a little Yeti commercial, or we had
Aldi's
commercials.
Aldi's commercial.
I had never seen cameras like that in my life. I'd never been in a studio in Aldi's, right? It's this huge, studio. And she looked back at me, she grabbed my hand, and she was like, your lip was quivering.
Her lip was quivering, and it's so funny, and she doesn't know how fortunate she is. So we booked a SAG National Aldi's commercial. Her first ever audition. We booked the SAG National Aldi's, and they fly us first class to Chicago, put us up per diem, a driver, and we worked for 1 hour and made like $20,000. And I told her, I said, this is not normal. Like,
this is totally normal.
Well,
you know what, though? A lot of times it is normal for the first gig. Like, a lot of times people get their first gig and then...
you and I have people
we know the grind.
For years that have never booked a SAG National.
They flew us first
But this is what happens. This is how they lure you in. They give you that, and then they don't give you another one for 10 years.
Yeah, we don't have anything. Yeah.
But that didn't happen. Now you guys went from the commercial world, now you're on the TV world, so...
And we did a Harry and David's national commercial as well.
And you know what's so crazy is that first commercial, they hired doppelgangers. And it was like, wait, what? We thought, I mean, we're there.
For the commercial,
parts, like, we're there sitting on the couch, but the rest of the part is like doppelgangers acting out us
in
the baskets.
And it was a home renovation. They modeled the commercial after us because we said we just started flipping homes.
We'll have to send it to you.
And it was no, we won't. It's
I don't understand the doppelgangers. Why?
Because what they do,
they didn't.
No, what they do in their Aldi's commercials is they have like real customers. I shouldn't put that in quotes. They have we're real customers.
Yes.
Sitting on the couch, and then they have a staged like those customers how they are at Aldi's, right?
Stage scene.
And so we did a home. We need to reach out to them.
I know, because we would have been. I was so excited. I thought I was going to run through the carpet, like the car.
She thought you were going to go through the grocery store, and then they're like, "Oh, you're on the couch."
And we would have had so much fun, and we just sat on a couch. I was like, okay.
It was a lot of fun though, and I tried my first boozy milkshake on that trip.
Well, and I mean, we had a limo, and I got to have my pho in a limo.
And she spilled her pho in her lap. And
I mean, it was so
this
hot.
Is a crazy
my
story, guys.
burned.
Like, you guys, this is so like so crazy. Like, you grew up in a small town. You're living in Wimberley. You guys go on a walk. Like, this is insane.
Yeah, ask my parents and my family in Jordanton.
It's fate.
Yeah.
It has to be.
It's fate.
Yeah.
And just the people, John, that we meet. So the walks are very important, right? Because there is this magic, no matter what, where we go. it happens when we are together. I mean,
We met a world famous architect at Whole Foods, which she was getting her bougie water.
My high pH water.
Yes.
And
But she calls me the bougie one, but she gets the high pH water.
Yeah, I do like to go. And
I
that's
get
the
called
cheapest.
out on my water too. So
Okay, y'all are.
Yeah, and it's got this nice smooth taste, and it's the cheapest.
Water tastes different.
It does taste
Yes.
different. I buy Fiji because water tastes different,
Okay.
and that's the best.
Okay.
That's
And I love it.
bougie. She's bougie.
That's not bougie. I don't go to Whole Foods. I don't drive 45 minutes to Whole Foods to get my water. I get my water at HEB.
Hey, I'm making.
Are we plugging Whole Foods for
And
their
Costco.
water?
And Costco. No, so I will bring in these gallons.
Yeah.
Right, and then
And we met a world famous architect.
He was
Okay.
like,
He was getting in. He's like, let's race to see who can fill up their thing the fastest.
he
and
was
I noticed
flirting.
he
was
was
like
flirting.
80,
He's in
you
his
know.
80s.
Yeah, and he was like flirting with his
But he had his
basket.
he had his plans. And I was like, oh. I was like,
Yeah.
what are your plans? And so he told this horrible story about how he was flying, doing a job in San Francisco, flew out of the Oakland airport, and his plans got stolen. So now he takes his plans with him everywhere, including Whole Foods.
Yeah.
Strange enough, the same week that got broken into, my daughter was flying out of Oakland for soccer, broad daylight, went to go eat, and their car got busted into and all their soccer gear got stolen. So Oakland, don't
So
recommend.
do not leave anything in.
Mm-mm.
Okay.
I mean,
And so the
my
famous
van got
architect,
broken
did you guys
into.
end up flipping his house?
Well, we're in touch.
So get this.
No,
Yeah.
but he came, we had lunch with him, and we've
Mhm.
been in touch, and he's amazing.
Yeah,
He
I
was
mean-
an architectural, he did the the king of Argentina's home?
Yes.
Something. I
He
don't know.
wants us to go
President.
to Argentina.
Yeah.
Which we might consider that,
Yeah.
but right now we're a little too busy. And then he wanted to design the river houses, and we had a vision for the river houses. It didn't
the
match
king of
his.
Qatar just called and he wants us to redo the temples.
But you and I are friends. You know when I tell you I meet
We
people on
don't
planes, but you
know.
always tell me
Yeah.
because I tell you my stories of who I meet on
Yeah.
planes, and you're like, Rebecca, you could tell me you met so and so, and I'm gonna believe it
Yeah, I'm
because
totally
it's
gonna believe
it's
it.
your aura.
Yeah.
Get this. I met my husband on a plane.
Okay.
I mean, I met my roommate out of college on a plane. I
You
mean,
should
the
fly
plane
more.
you
It
can
sounds
be.
like you should get like a frequent flyer thing.
fly,
Yeah,
just in
fly.
case.
Just that should be your job. Just fly. So let's go back to the show though. I want to hear what are some of like your guys' favorite moments from the season and like what people could expect or, you know.
Mhm. I think for me, the best moments are where she and I are laughing our asses off and just being us. Like the episode this weekend, it's one of the, I can say this because it's one of the little promos, but, I say there was a hole in the house. We're walking up and I said, Kristy, I'll give you $5 to stick your hand up that hole. And I just that's just me, being me. And
Challenging
so
me
challenging.
and funny, at the
And
same
so
time.
I love that. I love that we get to be us and we're not just talking heads. I love that we're actually
it's
physically
really,
doing
the
the
show's
work.
really, really funny. It's like, it's the challenges that you guys face are insane, but like the chemistry between you guys is amazing.
Well,
Like,
I mean, if they would just show, like, my van got broken into, and I was in Target. I had to get like Gas X, and so I went in.
Did you say you had to get
I did. Look, we're in like our
High-five.
tights all the time. My van, Vanessa, got broken into.
hold on, your van's named Vanessa?
Yes.
And you're
I've
at
had
Target
that
getting
since On the Flip Side
so
since
so
2015.
you drove Vanessa to
So
get gas at.
This was
okay.
in between, we had a little 2-hour break.
Yeah.
We had to go from our Round Rock house to our Buda house.
Yes. So I
And she needed gas.
just a
tax.
quick
In Vanessa.
look.
In
She took Vanessa.
And she
Okay.
had 8 ceiling fans in
8
there.
ceiling fans in there, all my clothes. We were going to go change and whatever. We're in tight quarters. Like, I do have a fear of like flatulence, right? With the tight quarters and it's so hot.
Yeah.
Like, none of but you know what? Bad air, when you're like in front of cameras and stuff. So I did that. Anyways, it got broken into. And get this, it's all on video. Like, there was actually a sting. I wouldn't call it a sting.
There
but
was a sting.
But 4 cars got broken into at the same time. And I have the police report number on the back of my Gas X, like box. And I
You
sent
could
that
have
to our
deterred
producer.
them if you just left all your gas in the van in Vanessa.
Yeah, that's right.
And then they would have broke in and been like, no.
And so what's crazy is they stole everything, but they tried to steal the van.
Yeah.
And I'm like, who the hell wants this van?
Well, it's 2015. And, it's very valuable. I did end up selling her.
Everybody loves Vanessa.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, actually, I've had people text me after the first episode, and they're like, "What's with the van?"
Well, I was like, hey, I wanted to get a sponsorship.
Remember when we were filming for the sizzle reel? Ming Lee Howe's our executive producer, our showrunner, and she's like, "I really need footage of Wimberley, kind of see what to prep, production, what Wimberley's about." So we pull in this neighborhood and we're creeping along in the van and we're taking pictures and videos. And these boys went and got their moms like, Mommy, there's 2 creepy women checking us out. So the moms came out and started videoing us.
Well, you forget you're in like a creeper van, but she served us very well. And there's just stuff where, I'm changing and my phone fell inside the porta potty.
That was another great moment of this. It's not on the show though.
No, but that's why I just want to start this like petition. Open the vault. I mean, like there's so much good stuff that we don't get to see the edit.
Yeah, use it for socials or behind the scenes.
Oh,
That'd be
yeah.
great.
So much good stuff.
And then she has 2 people get in the porta potty for her thing. They're like, we're not touching that. So she had to get a big trash bag.
They gave me a black trash bag and you just put your hand in there.
And you did it?
She did it, and then she kept the damn thing for 3 weeks, and then it went down. Yeah. I would have thrown the damn thing in the trash bag.
I didn't want to spend $1,000 on a new cell phone. And my sound guy, right, he's like, Kristy, I've got rice. So I cleaned it up, and we let it
was full
sit for like 3 days. It was full.
And it was on the site, on the construction site?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So it's construction guys.
And set. So 30 plus construction.
It was really bad.
30 plus crew. I mean,
she was with me.
This is like 75 people using this shitter.
She was with me. I mean, to put my face down there, like, I almost just vomited, But I also, like, John, this was the most important time, right? We were getting permits. We had all these inspections.
You must love your cell carrier.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Get this. It dried out and it worked for 3 weeks. And then I took it to Apple. I got a new phone.
You said, this phone is shit, okay?
No, he was like, is there any water damage? And I was like, yes. There's no trade. He was like, let me just see if there's any trade-in value.
You should have said there was feces damage.
Well, I did after he didn't listen. He's just like, well, sometimes it doesn't show on the little line or something. And he opened it up and I was like, it was in the porta potty. And he said, why didn't you tell me that, from the beginning?
Can you hear me now?
Oh,
yes.
Man.
Yeah.
There's so much that happened.
So what are some of your favorite houses that you did?
Oh, gosh. On the show?
Yes.
My favorite is probably, I love them all. But this weekend, we were talking on the way up here, this weekend's house in San Marcos, we had to go through permitting, which took a while. Mm-hmm. And that house, the transformation, in fact, our VP of A&E flew in for that house, Jordan, and he stayed outside, and we finally got him to come inside, and he said, that is the worst house I've ever been to in my entire life, except for a show I did in Detroit 10 years ago. I mean, it was awful. We had squatters, we had critters, we had a stolen HVAC.
Oh, I remember that one.
Yes, that was...
And they,
the squatter would come and shave in the sink, so in the morning we'd see hair.
No, like pubic hair. It's weird. I mean, like... There's hair, and then there's longer curly hair.
You didn't have to specify.
I know. I was like, hair. It's weird.
Yeah, I mean, John, pubic hair. I kind of went to weird.
Weird. Like, what? Why is someone doing that? And like, that was his gift to us every morning.
I mean, it's crazy to see how people live, right?
Yes.
Yes.
And just his little bar soap.
How'd you guys get him out?
Well,
we had to put on a new door, and then they got cameras, 24 hours a day.
Yes.
So that helped.
And then we barricaded the door, like literal.
That's this weekend's episode.
Yes.
Okay.
So it is a rough neighborhood, but our belief is it's up and coming, right? And the neighbors were so kind to us, and to have them embrace us and just say, you guys, like every day they would come out and they would just say, we're so grateful you're here. And because we believe in that neighborhood. I mean, I would like to do more houses in that neighborhood. They're so kind. The money's just not there for people to be able to renovate their homes.
And that's actually our dream show. So our dream show would be, especially because I'm from Arkansas, it's very poor. I would love to go to Arkansas and just renovate people's houses for free, because even if it's a coat of paint on the outside, I think everyone should be able to come to their home and feel some sense of joy, right?
Yeah. Right.
And so many people live in Arkansas, especially, below poverty line or even the poverty line. And the houses there. And I go to my hometown.
Well, a house costs a lot, no matter what it is to keep
just
up.
Paint.
Yeah.
And so I just thought, what if we could just paint a whole block of houses, and these people just drive up, and the sense of joy, they're proud of their home, because, that to me is my dream show.
And John,
so we have Mother You.
Mother Flip You.
Mother Flip You. Mother Workout.
Yes.
And then
Mother Give Back.
Mother Give Back.
Yes.
Mother Give Back.
And that's very...
Mother Flippers
I see
Give
a
Back.
brand.
Mother Flippers Give Back.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm all over that.
Mother Flipper for president? No.
Hey.
But like even that home, so we know who bought that home and just the family that's there, and she is creating a community garden.
That's
Because
awesome.
there was a second lot, single mom,
Mhm.
and there was a second lot. And so to us, that's like the best gift. For me, is just to be able to see people, hear their stories. The house in San Antonio, which was episode 2, the lady wrote a letter. We had multiple offers. She wrote a letter and she said, and she's the word happy place, so that made me happy. But she said, the banquette you created with the wood paneling reminds me of my grandparents' house growing up, and that was my happy place. And so I told her and Roy, I said, this lady's getting the house. I don't care if she's a few thousand off of everyone else. She's getting this house because she took the time to write us a letter. And anytime you can put words down and send it to somebody is so powerful.
And that it, hopefully she wasn't making it up, but it
No.
mattered to her, right? It
And
mattered.
she was a military family, and my family,
Military
I'm military.
family.
My mom's a colonel.
I mean, that's what I was
She
telling you
wanted to
earlier.
try to take
You guys are doing something amazing. You're making these places that people get to have these memories and get to live their lives in,
Yeah,
and
it's incredible.
It's such a gift back to do that.
It is.
Especially being mothers, because you guys are typically the center of the home and you guys
right.
create the environment,
And we think about that, and that's
All the
something,
time.
we keep getting asked over and over again, what areas should we focus on? And it's always primary bedroom, primary bathroom, kitchen. But we love to create outdoor spaces, especially here in Texas, right? You can enjoy them most of the year. And so we're always thinking about the experiences, like what the memories. And I talk about that last week's episode. I said, can you imagine, we found this house, we made it a cabin in the woods. I have a cabin in the woods in Arkansas. It's one of my 3 happy places in life. Wrigley Field and Santa Anita Park are the other 2. And so
The racetrack.
the Santa Anita, you sit
She
there.
loves it. She's a gambler.
I
for
am not
real.
animals.
You
It's
should
like
see her
horse
in
races in the
Vegas.
zoo for me. But that Santa Anita Park, and my dad owns racehorses.
Okay, now it makes sense. Okay, I was just like, you just randomly. And the track, baby.
The
She
track.
loves
But you
it.
sit there and you have, the San Gabriel Mountains, and you're
No,
sitting
it's
there.
beautiful.
Never
I'm
been.
it's just I didn't see you at the dog track, okay?
It's not a dog track. It's
I
a
know,
horse
I'm just saying. I didn't see you playing the numbers.
I do play the numbers. I've been playing the numbers since I was a little kid.
Okay, makes sense.
I have all kinds of stories. My dad, he's not going to like this story, but my dad and his friends had this whole operation going when I was in college, and they would win a ton of money at the racetrack, and then they would call me for my social. I probably shouldn't be saying this story, actually. And they would use my social for their winnings, and then they'd send me a cut of the winnings. So it's how I made money in college.
Hey, it's smart.
There's what is it? The time limit that they can't come after you.
Okay, good. So
yeah.
I'm past that.
Yeah, you're
I'm
past
in my
that.
40s.
Yeah.
That was like probably when I was 18, 19.
Yeah.
And we go to the horse track as a kid. My dad owns racehorses. And so, Santa Anita. But however, back to this episode. So there's a potbelly stove in this house, and my family cabin, Star City, Arkansas, population probably is smaller than where she grew up. No internet, no TV. It's my happy place. I go with my family for holidays and just in life. Our family cemetery is right next to it. And I just feel it. When something feels like home, there's nothing else like it in life. There really isn't. There's no amount of money that can provide what you feel when you're in your happy places. And so that potbelly stove, and that's why I was like, I want to make this house our cabin in the woods. That potbelly stove is in our cabin, and we sit around and we play games and we talk and laugh and you just enjoy our time together as a family. It's so important to me.
It cost $2,500 extra, but
And
we
Roy
made it
wasn't
work.
happy about that,
No.
but I didn't care.
But those are the type of things that the right people come in and they're like, that's the thing that they're like, we got to get this house.
Yeah.
It's speaking to me. It reminds me of my grandmother. Yeah.
For sure.
I mean, that's what people don't understand, that there's, the materials are the materials that everybody's kind of
it's
using.
those little touch
It's the
points.
design. It's how you put it together.
And it's the little touch
Yeah.
points, and you got to create little sanctuaries within your house.
Mhm.
I sent you that article. Realtor.com
Yeah.
this morning featured me. There's Celebrity, which I was, I'm not a celebrity, but Celebrity
You
Sanctuary
were
Home Series.
between Alec Baldwin,
Giorgio Armani and Taylor Swift. Yeah,
I mean,
and then there was me.
Yeah,
You know,
you. Yeah,
It was
that
a
makes
big
sense. Yeah.
And so
I mean, I bet
beautiful.
Taylor and Alan are stoked. They're like, oh my God,
I know, who in the heck is this girl?
Maybe we'll get an invite.
And so it was so special. And in fact, I talked to you earlier, and then I was talking to a close friend, dear person in my life, and I got sent the article and I started crying because I got
It
like
was
my
touching.
grandpa's Oasis, 1965. My grandfather was from Russia. I never met him. I got his, 1965 Oasis bar sign, and I have my Nona's plate, and I've got my childhood furniture from my other grandmother. And so I don't have a TV in my room. And I finally, after my divorce, got a couch kind of like this at Habitat for Humanity, $3,200 restore, $3,200 couch for $340. And I just loved, my house isn't remodeled.
Guys, I love it. You're like, we got a couch and a table, $340, $550. Like,
Yeah, we are very budget
guys know.
conscious
Yeah.
all the
Numbers.
time.
About
But that's
we
an
know the
expensive
numbers.
couch. In fact, the photographer came in
Yeah.
and she's like, that couch is beautiful. I was like, $3,200, Habitat
Yep.
$340. Habitat for Humanity restore.
no, you're always calmly
everything.
telling me, you won't believe what I got this for.
I know,
Yes.
I tell you that
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah.
And you can do it. People give up, right? But you can be so resourceful. Just take your time and gather stuff. We both need, and I think they also think as flippers, right? We've got everything already done. No, we're also saving up, right? We're saving up to buy our next flip. We're also saving up for our own homes. I've got my kitchen. I need to renovate my
Actually,
master
I'm going
bath.
over to help her design her kitchen tonight.
Nice.
We actually made a deal walking in.
Yes.
She said she'd help me clean. My
Right.
oldest son moved out of the casita. It looks like a fraternity house. I have guests staying there this weekend. She said, I'll make a deal. If you come help me finish designing my kitchen tonight, I'll clean when we get home.
Mhm. And
Like,
I'm
let's go.
telling you, and I
Well, she
clean.
loves to clean.
Kristy Clean is
How many
very
vacuums do you own?
8.
Wait, she has 8
8
vacuums.
Okay,
Like,
we have
the-
another product, Kristy
very-
Clean.
Yes, and I have tried every vacuum. I let my husband's like, please just get someday get a vacuum company to sponsor.
Kristy Clean's a great name.
They
for-
need to suck.
So
like
good.
They have to like
Wait, you
not
said they need
lose
to
suction.
suck?
Yeah, like the vacuums, they lose suction over time, and I need them to like.
You need him to
Suck
Kristy
hard.
Clean.
Well, you
goddammit.
heard at the end of the first episode, she goes, I love anything that sucks and blows. And
Yeah,
my
that
mom goes,
and pressure washer.
my mom, and so we were watching we were watching it before the premiere party that night with 100 plus people. We were watching it, a little intimate gathering in my house. And my mom, she's amazing. And she's very prim and proper, though. And so Kristy said that line, and my mom goes, Kristy, did I just hear you correctly? And then my aunt
And
goes,
like,
what did she say?
talking about cleaning, like cleaning
Sure.
products, and I
Sure.
can tell you everything and anything and what's worked and what hasn't worked, and the
Dude,
good
I'm
brands.
telling you, Clorox needs to call you.
I mean, and I'll put them all to the test. Like, I just love it. And I mean, I get so much satisfaction from cleaning.
I'm telling
So
you.
this is really a gift to me that I'm going over to Rebecca's and
it
helping her
is.
clean
And
her.
then it's a gift
But
for me.
the
I get to
design of the
her
kitchen, no, please. I'll
I'm
do anything.
super
I
excited.
don't want to do that.
I mean, obviously, you made $5 sticking your hand in a hole. So
She actually didn't take
I
me up on the
didn't.
challenge.
not-
No, I was concerned. I needed, hey, that was at the beginning of filming. I needed the rest of my hand for the
Okay,
season,
got it.
okay?
Well, guys, we're coming to our hour. So, what do we want to tell people about the show? Like, it's amazing. It's funny. It's like, it's not to me. Because I've watched a lot of shows like this, and it's a different vibe. It's a different feel. It's so much more fun, I guess,
Yes.
and funny, right?
For sure. I mean, that's what I love about it the most.
Like at the premiere, everybody's laughing.
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
And we love that. And, to us, that's the best feedback is laughter
Yeah.
of anything in life, right? If you get.
Well, when you
if
screen anything, if you want it to be funny, it really sucks if they don't.
Yeah,
Right.
exactly.
Well,
But I
yeah.
think people thought, that's so funny because people keep telling us, you girls are so funny. They thought they were watching a regular home show.
Yeah.
And we're like, no,
this is
we're
different.
us.
But you guys
I mean,
do it. It's
finances
just
are
who you guys
serious,
are.
but,
It's not
you
like you
know,
guys are
it's-
putting on an act.
No.
Because you can tell on a lot of shows, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're like, oh, okay, I can see the little, being a casting director, I can see what they're doing.
Yeah.
But with you guys, it's literally like there's no veil. It's like
Yes.
you guys here are the same people there.
Oh, for
Yeah.
sure. And that's what Lusty Lake House, episode 9, is October 11th. And that one, we find dirty magazines, we find lube. Kristy educates me on 420 because I didn't know what the heck that was.
I mean, duh.
I didn't know what that was.
golly,
I've never smoked
there's
pot.
a lot of educating her on stuff like that in that episode.
I
And
mean,
we're
but
not-
you're the one from the small town. so-
yeah,
I know,
I
right?
know all the
When did you
secrets.
go to the big city?
Yeah, not until after like grad school. So
Okay,
yeah,
got it. Okay, guys. So when is it on?
It's on Saturday mornings, A&E at 9 a.m. Central. And it is on Amazon for $19.99. So you
Okay.
can buy the whole
the
season.
whole season.
The whole season.
Yes.
Okay.
You can't
Cheaper.
binge it yet. It's released as each episode's released on A&E.
Right.
You can get on Hulu Live Plus
Okay.
Sunday mornings at 2 a.m. Start then.
It
So-
comes in after, you mean?
Yes.
So they can catch up?
Yep.
Okay.
And let me tell you, some of our adventures and our just genuine nonsense that happens between us, we're going to be posting it on Instagram
Okay.
at Kristy and Rebecca.
Okay.
Yes.
So
Great.
follow us.
Kristy with
And
a
then
K.
you guys are starting to get
K-R-I-S-T-Y.
people calling and like
Oh,
it's
yeah.
expanding.
Yes.
Like the Dubai. You're going to Dubai to redo.
Argentina.
You're going to Argentina. You're going to build a city. You're going to
I would do
redo the
any of that.
pyramids.
Yes.
That would be amazing. As long as I can clean them.
Okay. Yes. Yes. I'm telling you, you guys, all the things. Mother Flip you, the workout, Kristy Clean. I'm excited.
We
I'm
got to go
excited.
buy.
I'm so just knowing you guys. I'm so proud, right? And I'm so excited, and I'm just blown the f away that like you guys are on TV. Like it's
Thank
insane.
you.
Yes.
Yeah, and then you guys are crushing it.
Thank you.
Yeah. So I'm really proud of you. Thank you guys for coming.
Thanks for having us.
Yes, for sure. And you guys, please go watch the show.
Our show today was recorded in studio by the good folks at Record ATX. Check them out at recordatx.com. Our theme music is produced by Jonathan Price. You can check out some of the sounds he makes with his project, The Mid-Cities, on Spotify. Follow, subscribe, and smash that like button if you see one. Thanks so much for listening, and we'll see you guys next time.